Welcome to Munchi B Talks Politics. I am Munchi B. Coming up on our program this evening, the $15 million hush money scandal continue. Also, I will address the saga with regards to the statement that Delroy Chuck made about the Integrity Commission. So thank you all for coming. Please, as you come in, share the live so the others can know that I am here, and we'll start the program afterwards. I'm going to give you a minute to just share up the live, and as you come in, tap the screen, click on the like button, and share the live. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Good evening, everybody. Camille, everybody. Antoinette, Sawyer. Good evening. Please share the live, guys, so the others can know that I'm here. Sorry for the late start. Tonight, we're going to discuss the situation, the saga, the controversy, read Delroy Chuck versus the Integrity Commission. Disclaimer: on this program, Munchibi Talks Politics, I address the things that happen in the country during the day, and I mostly address the things, the controversial things. Okay, there are a lot of programs on TikTok, on YouTube, on JIS, on the JLP YouTube channel, on the Prime Minister's Facebook page, all over social media. You can get the policies that the Jamaica Labour Party government is putting in place. You can hear about the positive things that is going in the country. We have a lot of platform doing that. So just so that people can stop inbox me and telling me to talk about the good things about the party, there's a lot of medium around speaking about the good things of the party. Most of the ministers are now on social media. If you want to know what is going on the Spark program, you can go on the website, Minister of Roads and Works, and you can go on Minister Morgan's TikTok page. He put out things every day. You can go on Minister Floyd Green's page, and you can hear what is going on in the Ministry of Agriculture. Minister Pernell Charles, you can go on his page. You can go on JIS, and you will hear what is taking place in his ministry. Minister Tufton is active on social media. You can go on his platform, on his Facebook page, on his TikTok page, and you can hear what is going on in the government. So there's no need for you guys, those of you who are texting me, telling me to talk about the good policies of the government. The good policies of the government is all over social media, on JIS. Every week you can watch the parliament to hear what's going on in the country. But people not interested in positivity. People don't want to hear about the positive things that is happening in the country. Once it's something negative, people gravitate towards it, and nothing now go on, and time hard and time come, and road mash up, and people can buy tomato for $100 million, and road this and that, and health care is bad, and people asleep on floor, and all those negativity things, all those negative things. If you really want to know the positive things that is going on in the country, you can go on the JIS website, and you can hear all the positive things that is happening in our country. Okay, thank you very much. So guys, welcome again to Munchi B Talks Politics. I am your girl Munchi B. Now, Delroy Chuck made a statement yesterday or the day before in the committee, IC committee. I don't know where it was. Basically, Delroy Chuck said that he told the members of parliament that they should not comply with the evasive questions from the Integrity Commission read their family members. Now, the law clearly states, the law that I read in the Integrity Act, which me personally read it as a layman, it is very clear that the Integrity Commission, I think it was section 49 or something like that, or 49(2) or something, you guys can read it. The Integrity Act is public records, and you can just type it in your phone and Google the Integrity Commission Act, and you can see it and you can read it for yourself. You don't need nobody to read it to you and interpret it to you. Well, maybe you may need someone to interpret certain things for you, but it is there online. You can look for it. So I read it, and of course it said the integrity committee, the director of investigation, has a wide permission to ask for anything that they want to ask from your family and from you. Our government, which is the Jamaica Labour Party government, passed the Integrity Commission Act, and we left that in the act. Guys, remember, Mark Jefferson Golding told the people of Jamaica that he wrote the Integrity Commission Act. Bear in mind that Mark Jefferson Golding told the country that the Integrity Commission Act was drafted under the PNP when he was Minister of Justice. Now, for the life of me, and I know that some laborers is going to part ways with me tonight after I say this, but for the life of me, I don't know if my government, if my Minister of Justice, Delroy Chuck, read the law after we won the election, line by line, and go through it and make sure, say, it is not again, the law is clear. And I don't know if Delroy Chuck read the law and made sure that the law is not going against the Constitution. I don't know what happened with Delroy Chuck. But the law is very clear. Section 49 in the Integrity Commission Act is very clear that the director of investigation can ask your family member for certain things to back up investigation that they're doing about you. So the Integrity Commission is right. The Non-Integrity Commission is right in this stance. But follow me now, guys. I want you to follow me clearly. The Bill of Rights, and I make sure to Google it. The Bill of Rights that was passed in 2011. It was a bipartisan bill that was passed under Portia Simpson Miller, I think. No. Yeah, 2011. Well, it was drafted in 2011, but I think it was passed in Portia time. I'm not sure, but it was a bipartisan bill. Yes, Courtney, Miss Malawu Ford, before I go to the Bill of Rights, Miss Malawu Ford told the country that she did not agree with certain aspects of the law. That is why she opposed the law and she didn't want us to pass it as is, the way Mark Golding write it. Because Mark Golding wrote the law in a way that him can have his assets hidden away in a foreign trust under other name, and he is not required to report it to the Integrity Commission. And I don't understand why Delroy Chuck and the government did not go through the law and make sure that the law is fair and the law is more clear and the law is more understandable to the normal man and woman in the street. I don't understand why the Jamaican government have to be writing law like Section 12 and refer back to other section. Why Jamaica lawmakers can't write law like how American write the law? Why Jamaican legislators cannot just write the law clear? So listen to me, guys. You see, when you speak to an American citizen, them can tell you, so then First Amendment is this, then Second Amendment is the right to bear arms, the right to free speech, the right to this, because it is very clear. It is very clear the way that all one baby in a basic school can understand the American law. But for the life of me, the Jamaican people have to hire a lawyer to interpret our laws. We need to cut that out. We need to cut that out. When our parliamentarians, when you guys are writing laws, make it very clear that the ordinary man and woman can download it and read it. So guys, the Bill of Rights. I am going to talk about the Bill of Rights tonight. You know, if I hear of the Bill of Rights, it was passed. I think the Bill of Rights was passed under Sister P. Bruce Golding has something to do with it, but I think it was either Bruce Golding, it was passed under our Sister P, but it's right around those times. Now, guys, if you're going on a Google and type in the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom, Constitutional Amendment Act 2011, then you can see for yourself that the number, listen to them now. Let's go through them. Let's go through them, guys. We have time. We have time tonight. I don't know one thing with my program. Me make sure do my little research. So let's go. The right to life, liberty, security of person, except in execution of sentences of the court, respect of a criminal offense of which a person has been convicted. the right to freedom of thought, conscience, belief, and observation of political doctrine, the right to freedom of expression, the right to seek, receive, distribute, or disseminate information, opinion, and idea through any media, the right the right to peaceful assembly and association, the right to freedom of movement, that is to say, the right of every citizen of Jamaica to enter Jamaica, of every person lawful in Jamaica to move around freely throughout Jamaica, to reside in any part of Jamaica, and to leave Jamaica. The right to equity before the law, the right to equitable and human treatment by any public authority in the exercise of function, the right the right to freedom from discrimination on the grounds of being male or female, race or origin, class, color, religion, or political opinion, the right of everyone, protection from the search of personal property, the right of protection of private and family life. Now you hear that one there? Let me read it again. The right to everyone, protection from search of persons and property, respect for protection of private family life. So based on the Charter of Fundamental Right, every Jamaican have a right to them privacy and a family life. So I don't know what was that the parliamentarian passed as it relates to the Integrity Act. But based on the Constitution, every Jamaican have the right to privacy. Therefore, and okay, and also the Constitution supersedes any law that the parliamentarian then pass. So based on the Constitution, every Jamaican have the right to privacy. Therefore, if I was a family member of a parliamentarian, I would not give any information to the Integrity Commission because that's my right. It's my right to my privacy, and I will not divulge any personal business or any personal information to the Integrity Commission. That is the right. That is your right. So Delroy Chuck, clumsy, yes, I agree. And him and the parliamentarian in 2011 should take some blame for this. But based on the Constitution, every Jamaican have a right to them privacy, unless it is aware where you're threatening other person or it's somebody needed for investigation. Guys, before me come off of this, do you remember when the lady son they get killed in the car and the police wanted her phone to search it? You know why the lady never give them her phone? Because she have the right to her privacy. That is why the police had to go to court and let the court order her to give them the phone. And the police and the lawyer had to prove to the judge that they need the phone to help in the investigation. So I am saying, if the Integrity Commission wants information from a parliamentarian family member, let them go to court. Let them go to court and convince the judge that they want my information to help with investigation. Let them convince the judge. Don't just readily give them your information, because according to the Charter of Fundamental Rights, every Jamaican have a right to their privacy. So yes, we agree, said Delroy Chuck shouldn't burst that out today because he was a part of the government that passed that law that was breaching our constitution. But in truth and in fact, Delroy Chuck is right. Delroy Chuck is right. Every Jamaican citizen is have the right to them privacy. And we did not sign away our rights when our family member became parliamentarians. So until the parliamentarians go back together, sit together, and amend the Integrity Act and fix that part, no family member of any parliamentarian should give any information to the Integrity Commission based on the Charter of Fundamental Rights. That is my opinion on that. Now, guys, uno kuno inbox me and tell me say Donna Scott Mottley come back in the country. No little birdie couldn't tap me on my shoulder and say, Munchibi, Donna Scott Mottley is back. Because to the amount of things were happening in the country from last month. And we no hear gunfire about Dana Scott Mottley. We never even know she was in the country. Today look like some Mark Wolin take him the padlock off her mouth and send her out to go talk. When you hear a person, a non-credibility person, non-integrity PNP personnel, making a statement and asking the Delroy Chuck to resign, you have to wonder if them people here have sense or if they lick their head. Now, hear me agree, say sometimes Delroy Chuck speak prematurely. But Delroy, look, Delroy Chuck is a man of good character and good standard and upholding law and a good man of good standings. What is Dana Scott Mottley talking about, guys? I wonder if she misspoke. Anybody know if Dana Scott misspoke today when she said Delroy Chuck should resign? I wonder if she mean Mark Golding. I wonder if she mean the opposition leader who is the highest paid politician in the country, who according to Lawrence Rowe is paying him $15 million to step aside from the seat and promise him a Senate seat even though he was not fit and proper, and promise him a position on government board. I wonder if the man there, Dana Scott Mottley at all. But Dana Scott Mottley, come here, mama. Let me tell you something. You see that statement where you put out? You need to take that statement and rip it up fine. Carry it up at 89 All House Road and serve it to Mark Golding. Please. You and the Mark Golding led People's National Party, you guys have no moral authority to be speaking and nothing when it comes to corruption, telling nobody to resign. Where were you, Dana Scott Mottley, when your colleague built a 3-story building in Kingston without a building permit? Where were you? Where were you, Dana Scott Mottley, when the news broke about the PNP-led municipality $1 billion missing? Where were you? Where were you, Dana Scott Mottley, when Lawrence Rowe was crying a nationwide saying that the party promised him $15 million to walk away from the seat with a Senate seat and with a position on a government board? Where were you? Where were you when Lawrence Rowe wrote in a statement that the KCC is supposed to help him to win the seat that in a very unethical behavior? Where were you? I wonder if you never in a country, Dana Scott Mottley. You just come back. You just come back. I wonder if you need some time to be briefed on the things that took place when you wasn't here. Me, I wonder if I should give you some grace. I don't know if you was here. Where were you? Where were you when your comrade leader and your gensec, according to Lawrence Rowe, offering $15 million to step away from the seat? Is the People's National Party selling seat for $15 million, Dana Scott Mottley? Is the People's National Party sending parliamentary position for $15 million? Where were you? How dare you talk about resign? How dare you? Delroy Chuck may have clumsily outbursting, but Delroy Chuck is not wrong. Delroy Chuck is not wrong. The Integrity Commission Act somebody is gonna challenge it in the court if you guys don't go in and amend it very soon. Somebody is gonna go in and challenge that in court if the government don't fix it very soon, because the Constitution supersedes every single law that the parliamentarians pass. And every Jamaican citizen have a right to their privacy. So you know that. So where were you? Let me tell you something, Dana Scott Mottley. The saying say, if you live in a glass house, do not throw stone. And at this time, the Mark Golding-led People's National Party is covered with corruption. Let me repeat that. At this very present time, Dana Scott Mottley, the Mark Golding-led People's National Party is ripe with corruption. Corruption from the very head of the People's National Party. The allegations out there that the comrade leader promised the gentleman to pay him $15 million to step away from his seat. You need to go and address that. The allegations in the media right now about the PNP Gensek and the leader of the People's National Party promise a man that is not fit and proper according to them a Senate position. That is what you should be addressing now. The allegations out there about the People's National Party, Gensek and party leader, comrade leader, promising a man that is not fit and proper a very, very important position in a PNP-led administration. That is what you should be addressing. You don't need to be stepping to Delroy Chuck and addressing Delroy Chuck. You don't need to. Because then Delroy Chuck is on good standing with what he said. He's on firm standing with what he said. So you don't need to be addressing. You have too much business to deal with. You have too much business that spoil. If you come and take up this non irrelevant topic. This topic is null and void. This topic is nothing. This is nothing for you to jump out because I know the People's National Party I look anything for hang on to. I know the People's National Party is grasping at straws. So because you guys want to change the narrative and you guys want to change the argument in the street about the $15 million hush money scandal, you guys are grasping at straw. Delroy Chuck did nothing wrong. He didn't say anything wrong. He said some things clumsily and he cleared it up. And we accept it. And we agree with him. We, the members of the Jamaica Labour Party, agree with what Delroy Chuck say. We, the member of Jamaica Labour Party, is telling Delroy Chuck and the 49 MP that we're voting, go move with speed and alacrity to amend the Constitution, amend the Integrity Act and fix that part. That is it. Argument done. You don't need to jump on that bandwagon, my love. No story, no there, so. The story is about the 15 million hush money scandal. The story is about Rerum Limited allegedly importing plastic rice in the country. That is the story. That is the story. The story of the day and the story of the week going into next week and for the month of January, PNP I keep for the whole month, is the $15 million hush money scandal. The story of the week is the $15 million seat selling of the People's National Party. The story of the week is the comrade leader promising a man that is not fit and proper that he will serve a very important role in a PNP-led administration. That is the story. The story of the week is Rerum Limited. Did Mark Jefferson Golden disclose this information to the Integrity Commission? Did Mark Jefferson Golden tell the Integrity Commission that his son is a part of the Integrity Commission? Did he put that in his statutory declaration? That is the story of the day. That is the story of the day, Miss Scott Mottley. Rerum Limited and a country owned by Mark Golden, according to Lawrence Rowe, that did Mark Jefferson Golden disclose this information to the Integrity Commission? Did he? Donna Scott Mottley, you know? You know if him do it, Donna? Did the company of which Mark Golden is the proprietor of, did it import plastic rice in the country? Yes or no? Is the company of which Mark Golden is the owner of, is the sole supplier of all the seasoning, ketchup, sauces to the major hotels in Jamaica? Then the question they will want you to come out, come run out and ask, how comes a PNP councillor who is a part of the planning and building committee in the KCC, a PNP councillor who is a part of approving and disapproving permits to Jamaican people, construct a 3-story building in Kingston without permit, and we didn't hear a word from you, Dana Scott Mottley? Where were you? Where were you, Dana Scott Mottley? You need to go back to the drawing board. You need to go back up at 89 All House Road and make Dayton Campbell sit down and tell you what has been going on in the country since you're never there. Because look like you wasn't here. Major corruption, according to the Auditor General, in the KCC under the People's National Party. Because I saw where some PNP people running with the narrative that the Auditor General report that was tabled in Parliament is about the JLP. No, it is not. No, it is not. It is the government of Jamaica that asked the Auditor General to go in and do the auditing of the ministry. Because when the People's National Party was in power, they weren't doing any audits. We have a backlog of about 10 years of audit that not being done under the People's National Party. There was no audit being done under the 18 and a half years of the People's National Party in the Ministry of Social Security. There was no audit being done in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security under the PNP. That is why we have so much backlog, and this is why the Auditor General is now seeing so much discrepancies. Because under the People's National Party, they weren't doing any audits. The People's National Party government was just busy raping and robbing state resources, raping and robbing the coffers. So now the Jamaica Labour Party has been actively cleaning up the mess that the PNP left for us in 2016. So I don't know why the PNP them wanna read much. Cause look here, me never call nobody dunce because enough of we no bright. But what the PNP blogger them and the PNP lackeys over TikTok them not do? Them not read. Them run with headlines. They don't read. All these findings and this report that was tabled in Parliament is about the backlog, the major backlog that the Jamaica Labour Party inherited in 2016 when we won the election. No audit was being done under the People's National Party. So when you see labor rights, when you see the Comrade Gleaner put out any article, be not dismayed. Those are just fake and frivolous and baseless articles to distract the people of Jamaica from the main scandal, from the major scandal that is hitting the People's National Party. The KCC discrepancy where you hear the Auditor General talking about money not accounted for, that is because of the bureaucracy and the public servants that is working at the KCC, and those are PNP people what we inherit in 2015. Minister no spend taxpayer money. A permanent secretary spend taxpayer money, and half of these permanent secretaries working in the ministries right now, we inherited them from the People's National Party. 80% of the permanent secretaries working in the ministries right now, we inherited them from the People's National Party. The reason why the ministers, the reason why some of the ministry them are move so slow, and the level of bureaucracy and the way things are work is because of the PNP people, where the PNP put in a position that they weren't qualified for. Take for example the TAJ. Look at what is happening at the TAJ. That man that is head of the TAJ. He came up through the system and he got the rise to the highest position in the TAJ. That man supposed to gone in yard for years now. I don't know for the life of me why we can't fire him. That man is incompetent and that man is unqualified and that man cannot do the job. But we can't fire him. We cannot fire him. That man at the TAJ should have been gone from the first Auditor General report where the buildings were not being occupied and we are paying $1 million for them. From the time that the man should have gone in yard. And he's still there. That has nothing to do with the Jamaica Labour Party. That has nothing to do with the Jamaica Labour Party because we cannot fire them. Andrew Holness cannot fire them. Those persons are that those jobs are in the constitution. We have to be careful. Those jobs are the people are cementing in the job there. And PNP plant them there. Permanent, you know what the name? Permanent secretary. Forever job. Forever jobs. And the People's National Party plant them there in the 18.5 years of the People's National Party. The PNP plant them there. Can't move them. So that man at the TAJ, him should have gone in a long time. Because him and the public servant that were work down there, all them a do a sabotage the government and a slope the system. That man at TAJ, that man should have lose his job from about 5 years ago. Him should have been gone. He's incompetent. And all of the discrepancy with the Auditor General site, all of the lack of paperwork and they cannot give account for much money when they receive and whatever. That is not politician. That is not, and those are the things that we thought the Integrity Commission would have zoomed in and help clean up. You know? When the government, when Bruce Golding conceptualized the Integrity Commission, this is one of the reasons we thought that the Integrity Commission would have zoomed in on these government agencies and clean them up. But no, them only interested in Andrew Holness and how much money he have and how much business him have and what him do. They don't interested in the real work what we hire them to do. That's why I said earlier, I better than go on and we make Mocha do the work. I better Integrity Commission go on and Mocha do the work. Because here we have a government agency, TAJ, ripe with corruption, mismanagement, malfeasance, and there's no Integrity Commission in sight. What can go so? What can go so? What? Dear TAJ, if the Integrity Commission just take a look in at TAJ. But Integrity Commission is only focusing on Andrew Holness. That is it. So when you see the Gleaner put out those sensationalism story, don't pay them no mind. That has nothing to do with the Andrew Holness government. That has nothing to do with Andrew Holness and Andrew Holness administration. Politician, member of parliament do not spend taxpayer money. The spending officers in the ministry are the permanent secretary. They are the ones that are responsible for the day-to-day running of the ministry. They are the ones that sign the checks when all of the check them go out to each department and to do any work. They are the ones that are responsible. The audits that should be done, they are the ones that supposed to make sure that the audits are done. The permanent secretaries in the ministry are the ones that are supposed to be making sure that the audits are done in the ministry. That has nothing to do with Andrew Michael Holness. Absolutely nothing. And nothing to do with the ministers also. Nothing. But because the People's National Party took civics out of school, as soon as the comrade paper put out a story, you read the comment section, oh, Andrew Holness, oh, the JLP administration, because we lost and every night they go say this. We lost an entire generation because of the People's National Party. So the least little thing will happen, you hear them say, oh, a government, oh, a Andrew Holness, oh, a the minister. Where in truth and in fact, the minister has nothing to do with it. The minister has nothing to do with it. Of course, the minister is the overseer of the ministry. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The minister is the overseer of everything. But the day-to-day running of the ministry, especially as it relates to the money spending, that's the permanent secretary. That's the permanent secretary. The day-to-day running of the ministry, the spending, especially the spending, that's the permanent secretary. Every ministry have an auditor in there with accountant which supposed to do the auditing. Every ministry have it. But then does not do them work and the government cannot fire them. Every government ministry have an auditing department where them have trained, certified accountants that's supposed to check and balance and make sure the money is spent good. But these people are not doing their work and the government cannot fire them. Government can't fire them. The government can't fire them. Politician can't touch permanent secretary. Not even permanent secretary, not even the people that are working at the ministry. The politician can't touch the talk to because them know all the day-to-day running of the ministry. And they sabotage and undermine. And majority of these people are PNP people. Majority of these people, especially in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, them the people, they're PNP people from the 18.5 years of Percival. Hard to get rid of them. It's very hard to move them. That's why when the MP prepare a list of people that are supposed to go up on the PAD program, majority of the time they don't go up on it if the MP don't walk it through the system physically. The people them don't go on the PAD list because the PNP people in the system not putting them on. The PNP people that work at the Minister of Labor and Security, Social Security, them sabotage, undermine, and do everything so that the PAD program, the PAD system don't work. So when you hear people are complaining and say, oh, me sign up for PAD for how much months so I can't go on, I need the help, need the help. It's not the minister's fault. It is not the minister's fault. It's the people them who work in the ministry. We don't need to know how government work. The people of Jamaica need to be taught and educated on how government work and how government agency work. Minister no have no. Let me tell you something. If the minister no mind sharp and be careful, the same permanent secretary and the worker them in the ministry set him up. How about if you know? If the minister not careful and watch what him do, the same permanent secretary and the same worker them were working at the ministry set him up and sabotage him. The minister himself have to be careful. The permanent secretaries in the ministries are very, very powerful people. The permanent secretary position is in the constitution. We cannot fire those people. And they are the spending officers in the ministry. So when you see the Gleaner put out any story, it has nothing to do with the minister. It has nothing to do with Andrew Holness. The only thing we blame the minister them for, if I was a minister and an article come out and say audits were not being done for the past 3 years in a Ministry of Labor and Security, the permanent secretary would have to keep a press conference and tell the people of Jamaica why the audits weren't being done. I'm telling you, if I was a minister and the auditor general come in and do the audit and do the investigation, and any discrepancy under the permanent secretary watch, he or she would have to keep a press conference and come out and address the people of Jamaica and explain to the Jamaican people why there's no paperwork for this money that was spent, why there is this and that. They have to come out and answer questions. I wouldn't be taking any blame for them, but that's just me. I guess me couldn't work in a government because that's just me. No way on earth, me, the minister, would be taking any blame for them because they might get big pay. The permanent secretaries in Jamaica are being paid millions of dollars. You think so them pay a little bit of money? I think if I don't recall, the minister them get the most about, I want to say 5,000 or less than the permanent secretary. The permanent secretary is a big job. High paying job. And anytime anything wrong in the ministry, we not talk about minister. Where is Minister Tufton? Where is Mr. Pernell Charles? What happened to the permanent secretary? Why them can't come out and address the country? And let me tell you something, Labour right. Prime Minister Holness, good night. You see, when we win with third term, it cannot be business as usual. When we win with third term Prime Minister, it cannot be business as usual. The permanent secretaries in the ministry need to come out because that's their job. They are getting big pay. They need to come when there's a problem in the ministry, when there are questions to be answered in the ministry. You need to send them out to come keep press conference and tell the people of Jamaica how comes 30 odd million dollar is accounted for in the ministry of local government. Because of them I spend the money, not the minister. When we win the third term Prime Minister Holness, it cannot be business as usual. If the Auditor General do an investigation and say $33 million is unaccounted for in the Ministry of Labour, that's the permanent secretary area. Come out. Come out with your accountants and explain to the Jamaican people where things went wrong. Where is this money? Why we can't call them out? What is the real reason why the permanent secretary can't address the country? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me what is the real reason why we cannot call on the permanent secretaries in the ministry to address the country when we have questions and when we have issues of money not accounted for? I mean, not say steal, unaccounted money. That's the permanent secretary's job, not the minister. So me expecting our third term Prime Minister Holness. I expect in our third term we cannot continue to do business as usual. I mean, no, wow, now wait pan for fair the man from TAJ. I don't know what is the real reason why we cannot get rid of the man that is heading up the Tax Association of Jamaica. I don't know. I don't know what is the real reason why we cannot fire this man. Incompetence at the highest level. Incompetence at the highest level. And he still have a job. Where in private sector you think this could happen? Where in private sector you think a man so much things could happen under any manager watch and they still have a job? Which company? Which private company you think would still have that man as manager? And for the life of me, because I don't understand, maybe it is above my pay grade, I don't know. Why we cannot fire this man? Millions of dollars unaccounted for under his watch. Millions of dollars unaccounted for under his watch. It is sad. It is very, very sad. It is very, very sad that in 2025, a lot of Jamaican people don't understand how government work. A lot of Jamaican people don't understand how government work. And I saw where somebody texts and say the TAJ is a government body. I know this, but the amount of things will happen under his watch. There must be a way we can do an evaluation of his. So let me let me ask you a question. So him not have no job description and not have no guidelines on which he work. You know, work under no guidelines. Is a free for all. So there's no guidelines at the TAJ where no is supposed to follow. It cannot be. It's not a party shop. It cannot be. It cannot be. I'm calling on my government. I am calling on my government to evaluate this man. Evaluate his do a performance evaluation. Go back to the Civil Servant Act. Go back and read Delroy Chuck. You see your Delroy Chuck? These are the Delroy Chuck. I don't really want me to follow the next 15 minutes to come off, Delroy Chuck. For the next 15 minutes when me go come out, me really don't want to follow with Delroy Chuck, guys. Because these are some of the things where the government should be zooming in on. Amend the Civil Servant Act. Modernize it. Amend it. Make it more easier to fire civil servant. I wish Delroy Chuck could have do some of them someday. What do you think? Me overreact? Am I overreacting, guys? Because sometimes it can go off, I wish Delroy Chuck would have paid close attention to the Civil Servant Act. Amend it. Make it more easier. Make the civil servant more accountable. Because right now, there's no accountability in the civil service. In the public service, sorry. No accountability in the public service. See the Gleaner bring one news, say this the CPFSA people then move out of the building and leave important and private document in the building and gone to the new building. You think anybody get fired for that? You don't think anybody get fired for that? No. Because it is impossible to fire public servant. And I wish Delroy Chuck would have just get a team of students from Norman Manley, first year last student, and go through the Public Service Act. You don't think, servant? I don't think so, guys. Wanna think? Am I asking for too much? Am I asking for too much, guys? And then something there, me wish Delroy Chuck would have focused on. Because here we have a public service, we cannot fire nobody, and there is no accountability. None whatsoever. They can do whatever them please. And if the government try to move them, then carry the government to court and then win, and the government have to reinstate them plus pay them for the time when they never did a work. Make you think so we can't fire the man from Water Commission? Eh? Why do you think the government have to still be paying Mark Barnett? You think so pay the government won't pay him? We can't fire him. We can't fire him. It is impossible to fire public servant. And I wish my government would have made a better attempt to amend the Public Servant Act. Fix it. Make them more accountable. So when you don't see any alleged corruption or any alleged malfeasance or anything unaccounted for, it's not the minister. It's not the prime minister. It's the public servant working in the government system where we cannot fire. Now, guys, in closing, we know so me start with Mark Golding. So of course, me go end with Mark Golding. Now, last night on the political platform, when Mark Golding introduced Comrade McGregor, Mark Golding said, and guys, this is me summarizing because I don't know if you realize this, but not when Mark Golding say, me not write down, I only listen so me can get content. Me not listen to Mark Golding because to me, Mark Golding fake patois annoy me, to be honest. So, me not listen to Mark Golding. But last night, when Mark Golding was introducing Comrade McGregor, Mark Golding said, we have a real man now. This is a real man that is coming to work for the people of Central Kingston and blah, blah, black sheep. That's the real man. So, let me ask Mark Golding a question. Good evening, Comrade Leader. What is the difference between Lawrence Rowe and McGregor? How do you decide who is a real man and who is a fake man? What does that mean? Is it because Lawrence Rowe is poor? Is it because Lawrence Rowe grew up in a board house with pit toilet, no running water, no electricity? Is what is making him not a real man? Talk to me, Mark Golding. What do you mean by we have a real man now? Is it because of the allegations that Lawrence Rowe is gay? And I don't know, guys. I'm just saying those are allegations, Lawrence. You know, but that's me here. It's an allegation. I don't know if it's true. We're not putting it out there. But the PNP people them say Lawrence Rowe is gay allegedly. So is that the reason why he's not a real man? You know, see how Mark Wallen can discriminate against Jamaican people. You know, see how Mark Wallen can disrespect Jamaican people. You see how the blatant disregard when Mark Jefferson Golden have for poor people. Oh, you guys, you heard him last night. You heard him last night. Now we have a real man. A man we can come and this and that. Yes, yes. So Lawrence Rowe, according to Mark Golden, is not a real man. It is Mark Golden. We the people of Jamaica, we're asking you nicely. Go on back to your country now, Papa. Go on back to your country now. Because to me, you don't love Jamaican people, you know. You don't like we, you don't love we. You just want to win the election. You just want to be the prime minister. So you want a bunch of tapaнаris can make more money. That is, what are you saying to us when you say we won't have a real man? Are you discriminating against him because he's poor and he come from Central Kingston? Because him never born with ghost spoon in his mouth? Because he never got champion and moved to England and go to the most expensive private school in London? Is it because he has no asset in a foreign country? Is it because he's not able to invest in a foreign country to build low income housing? Is it because he cannot afford to open a company and import plastic rice? Talk to me. What is the reason why Lawrence Rowe is not a real man? What are the reasons? It cannot be because he is gay, allegedly. Because you have Stefano P. Diddy, Baka you a black few. You have Dre Bryan Barracuda, a black few, and many other people who openly told the country that they are gay men. So it cannot be because he's gay. I refuse to believe that, Mark Golden. I refuse to believe that you are discriminating against Lawrence Rowe because of the allegation of him being a homosexual. I'm more inclined to believe that you are discriminating against Lawrence Rowe, in my opinion, because he's a poor man and he's not a tapanaris and he was not born with gold spoon in his mouth like you. That is my argument, guys. I don't know. That is my argument. It couldn't be because of the alleged homosexual behavior. It cannot be. I don't believe that. Because when it comes to the People's National Party, Sister P said she was going to legalize homosexuality in the country. The PNP is the party for homosexuality, in my opinion, because it was a PNP leader, Portia Simpson Miller, said that she, under her government, the homosexual people who have same-sex loving people will be free to be in her cabinet, to love each other, to marry each other, and to have a good time in Jamaica. That's the PNP party. So it cannot be because of that. Because right at the top of my head, me can think of 10 people that is in the hierarchy of the PNP that is gay. So I know that. Guys, you know people that text me and I say, Munchibi, because they say he come from the pan. But I don't believe that. Because Stefano P. Diddy Stevens is swimming in the pond. Stefano P. Diddy Stevens told the people of Jamaica that he has the tendency. Dre Bryan Barracuda Dre Bryan Barracuda have video on his social media platform of him kissing a man. And those are the people we see around the PNP at the media meetup with here. So I know the homosexuality claim, guys. I know that. I think it's because Lawrence Rowe is a poor boy from Central Kingston, from a poor background. Him sleep on the bed with him brother and his sister piss on him and everything. I think it's because him born in a old house. Him never have no running water. Him still a use outside toilet. Him never have no bathroom facility. Him never go a campion and him poor. So him a no real man because he doesn't fit the standard of a Tapanaris. And remember, Mark Golding told the people of Jamaica that when he forms government, he and a bunch of Tapanaris is going to run the country. So I am thinking that is because Dre Bryan is not a it's because Lawrence Rowe is not a Tapanaris, why Mark Golding moving from the seat. That's my opinion, guys. What do you think? Mm-hmm. I think it is because Lawrence Rowe is not a Tapanaris. I think that is my opinion. Because remember, they moved Chaka Fame from Portland. I don't know how much money they give him for that seat there. I don't know if it's 15 or 20 or $25 million he got to be quiet. I don't know if he's promised a Senate seat and a position on government board. I don't know. And then put the Tapanaris lawyer, Isaac Buchanan. Mm-hmm. Remember, they move the one from Portmore and then put the Tapanaris Dr. Dawes. And now, see, they move Lawrence Rowe and then put the Tapanaris former police, Stephen McGregor. So, I am more to believe that is because Lawrence Rowe is a Tapanaris. I will not run with the story or believe the story that is because he is gay. Allegedly. I have no proof of no evidence of Lawrence Rowe being a gay man. None whatsoever. At the PNP people them have said on them platform, and me hear it over there. I'm not saying it, I'm not running with it, I'm not spreading it, I'm not accusing him. I'm just saying it that cannot be the reason. That cannot be the reason when you have the liest blogger on YouTube, P. Diddy, Stefano, Daddy Don't Touch Me Dear, Stevens blogging for the People's National Party. Alright? So, in closing, thank you guys for your support. Continue to like, subscribe, watch my video, leave a comment under the video each time. As I said last night, and I'm going to continue to say, the channel is growing, and I want to thank you for your support. Thank you very much for the support. The people who come over here, come watch me at night time. Thank you very much for your support. Continue to support me and continue to support the Jamaica Labour Party because we are on a mission. We have a aim and we have a determination. The vision that we have for our country is we cannot allow the Mark Golding-led PNP, the party that is selling parliamentarian seat, the party of Tapanaris, the party of capitalism, the party of a man that does not think it is ethical for him to bring his assets back in the country, the party of a man that hides his assets all over the country under dummy company and other people's name. We cannot allow that party to form government. So whatever it takes, go out into the highway and the byway, go out in a community, talk to the labor right them, talk to the undecided, and make sure so we're on the right track. Make sure that when the election is called 8 months from now, we will return Andrew Michael Holness as the Prime Minister of Jamaica, which of course is rightfully deserved, and that he can continue to grow the economy, he can continue to pay down with debt, he can continue to invest more in the security of the country, he can continue to invest in the social fabric of the country. The Andrew Holness government can continue to make Jamaica the place where our children and our children can prosper and get a touch of the pie, because we cannot put in back Mark Golding and we cannot put in back the PNP. We cannot put in back a fraction of the PJ Patterson People's National Party. We have to make sure that we come out in our numbers and get out the labor right them. Get out the labor right base. Make sure the labor right base is up and active. Make sure the labor right them will have like a concerns, listen to them concern. No concern is irrelevant. No concern is frivolous. No concern is should not be listened to. Listen to every concern with the labor right them have and try to address it. Try to address it. And before me leave, one of my nice labor right person from East Rural St. Andrew came on the platform earlier and was telling me that Tap Road in the Mavis Bank division is going to get water from Wednesday. That is good news. That is what I want to hear. You want to see that? Juliet Anne-Marie Holness, a member of parliament that listens to the people. Juliet Anne-Marie Holness, a member of parliament that has the people of East Rural St. Andrew best interest at heart. East Rural, I told you. East Rural, me telling you, if you stick with Juliet Anne-Marie Holness, you cannot go wrong. Now, here is my nice laborer coming to tell me good news for Tap Road. Water is coming to Tap Road under Juliet Anne-Marie Holness. For years, the People's National Party have the constituency of East Rural St. Andrew. For years, Oliver Clough, we got through numerous councillors and they has never done anything for the people of East Rural St. Andrew. Thank you, Madam Holness. Me just wait if you continue with the work and make your way up the hill. Make your way to the bridge, to the Crossit Bridge, and climb the hill of East Rural St. Andrew and angle your business up there. You will be greatly rewarded for your work. You will be greatly rewarded on election day for your work that you are doing in East Rural St. Andrew. Big up you tonight. Because guys, we don't know, so when we go for beat the MP, them yeah beat them, you know. So when we ready to give them props, I am going to do that. And Juliet Anne-Marie Holness, since she win the constituency of East Rural St. Andrew, she has been working. Everything not perfect. We know this. The road them still bad. We know this is not her fault. It's divine. It's God following, not she. But when it come to honesty, when it come to hard work, when it come to care, Juliet Anne-Marie Holness. So thank you for the water Tap Road, Madam Holness. Thank you for your hard work in East Rural St. Andrew. And people at Tap Road, come out in our numbers when the election is called and let us re-elect Juliet Anne-Marie Holness as our member of parliament so she can continue to do the work for the people of East Rural St. Andrew. Thank you, Madam Holness. Big up yourself. And thank you very much. Bridgemar, good night. Thank you very much to all the people who support me. Thank you to the PNP people who come over here, come watch. PNP people, I am here every night at 8 o'clock, 8:15, the latest. Share my live video in the PNP WhatsApp group so the comrades can know that I am here because I know them ask me for me over TikTok. I am here on YouTube. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. May God continue to bless and keep and protect our Prime Minister, and may the Lord continue to bless Jamaica land we love. Thank you and good night.